everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out today's video. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are avid viewers of my channel, you have probably heard me mention my PhD studies before. What you probably don't realize is that I'm on the very young end of this PhD spectrum. I had turned 23 when I began the PhD program. By the time I am 26, I will have my PhD. A large part of this has to do with the fact I earned my bachelor's degree in 3 years instead of 4. So I was 21 when I started my master's program. When I entered freshman year of undergraduate, I did not go in thinking, let's get out of here as soon as possible, but by the time I was a sophomore, I realized I could graduate in 3 years instead of 4. By the end of my freshman year, I started planning out my future as an undergraduate, and I realized I could. So how exactly did I do this? First of all, I worked really hard when I was in high school. I had scored high enough on several AP exams, so that I was able to place out of a few core curriculum classes. I also attended a school that accepted CLEP exams, so the fact I had taken an advanced sociology class as a high schooler and was able to place out of sociology as an undergraduate was another big check in my column. I believe I took 3 CLEP exams to place out of additional core curriculum classes. A CLEP test is an equivalency exam. If you receive a certain score on a CLEP exam, it demonstrates that you have attained enough knowledge to bypass any minimal standard that may be in place, so you can demonstrate your proficiency of a certain subject matter using this computerized exam. I spent one summer just studying the exams. I bought the workbooks, I made my flashcards, and then I went and sat in front of the computer and answered the questions as best I could. If you'd like more information about the CLEP exams that I took, I can do an additional study video if you would like that, so let me know down below in the comments section if that is something else you are interested in, but I placed out of a lot of classes because they accepted CLEP tests. For those of you keeping track, that is a full semester course load right there. My particular school allows you to take 5 classes your first semester freshman year. They did not want you taking 6. Granted, at the time, I did not really have that intention of doing 6, but that was not a possibility. Every semester thereafter, I took the maximum of 6 classes, which in turn shaves off additional classes down the line. While I did take the maximum number of classes, I did have other obligations as well. I believe I completed 3 internships and worked at 2 different jobs. I was also involved with several activities on campus. I used to volunteer at the Women's Center, I wrote for the newspaper, I was involved with Her Campus, and I was a member of Bentley Television. Contrary to the image of the 6 classes, I was not always in my dorm room studying. I was involved with things on campus as well. That being said, I utilized my organizational skills to their fullest. Prioritizing my time was extremely important. I completed writing all my articles well in advance of their due dates. If I could cross something off my to-do list, I did. I remember working really hard to plan an event for the Women's Center, but I left early or almost immediately after it began because I knew I had an exam the following day, so I knew my limits and I adhered to them. So for those of you keeping track, we have equivalency exams, we have taking the maximum number of classes, and here's where my studious nature really kicks in: attending classes during the winter and summer months. So I was in school all year round. That being said, I did not take my winter and summer classes at my university. I did them as courseaways. For those of you who don't know what courseaways are, they're when you take classes at a different university than the one you are currently registered for. I attended Bentley University for my bachelor's degree, but I took classes at Endicott College, UMass Dartmouth, and Boston College. When I graduated, my degree did not have a little asterisk next to it saying she also took classes at Boston College, Endicott College, and UMass Dartmouth. It just said Bentley. So these courseaways folded into my greater curriculum. This allowed me the flexibility of having to place out of additional core curriculum classes. The courseaways were a great option for a couple of reasons. I was able to take 2 classes at Endicott College online, allowing more flexibility in my schedule. 2, courseaway grades do not appear on your transcript. As you can probably deduce from the booktube nature of this channel, I am very humanities driven. So the fact I was able to take my microeconomics class and macroeconomics class at different universities alleviated a lot of stress that I would have felt if I knew those grades were going to factor into my GPA. Granted, I still worked extraordinarily hard to do well in those classes, and I wanted to succeed with them, but I was not as concerned with them affecting my GPA or as stressed out as I would have been if I knew those were going to be a factor at Bentley. In this regard, I was working hard to prove I could to myself, not because it was going to affect my GPA. To summarize, we have equivalency exams, taking the maximum number of classes allowed per semester, and going to school all year round. Oddly enough, I was able to really enjoy my final semester of school because I only needed to have 2 classes. I had worked so hard all the other semesters, I was able to finally relax a little. One of the 2 classes was screenwriting, so I was able to invest a lot of time into mastering that particular craft. If you have any additional questions on my undergraduate experience, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. I will also list all my social media accounts for you down below so you can follow me on any of my platforms. I check my Twitter feed and Instagram a lot. Make sure you become a subscriber to my channel because I post a new video every Friday. I also try to upload a few during the week as well. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and as always, have a great day.